フロントウィング。グリザイアの果実。
Hello, everybody. Hope you're all doing well today. Sorry about the tiny little bit of a delay. I've been a little busy all morning. Just doing some house stuff. Garbages, recycling, mowing the lawn, all that. So by the time it was about 10 o'clock, I was like, yeah, I want to sit for a few minutes before I hit that live button. But what I needed to do is pretty much done, and then I get through the stream, and then I work again tonight, because of course I do. Whatever, I work till Friday. I'll manage. More money. That's how I just gotta look at it. But anyway, we are back with more Fruit of Grisaia. Yesterday's stream went pretty well, I would say, with Grisaia. A lot of more fun, awkward moments, because of course. Of course, we gotta ask the sex questions, like, does Yuji want to have actual sex with Sachi? And he was kind of conflicted. Normally, apparently in his words, normally it's no. But he also cares for Sachi and wants her to, I guess, grow up as a person, they have everything be more normalized, so she needs stuff like that or something? I don't really know where he's going with that. He wants to bring the relationship from more platonic to a little more romantic. I guess kind of for her sake. But he's also thinking she's only asking me and wanting to potentially do this because she knows that's what a good girl and good girlfriend would do. So Yuji himself was conflicted about that. And they were starting to apparently have sex, but he stopped it partway through. I guess Sachi kind of blames herself, saying because of her inexperience, but it's because, shock of shocks, Yuji felt it was wrong. He didn't feel it was right, at least at that moment. He got cold feet. He knew something was off, something did not seem right, did not feel right, so he put a stop to it. So, good on him for having that kind of conscience and just saying, no, this is wrong, I need to stop. So, while he wants to bring it kind of the next level in a way, he's not ready, or at the very least, he doesn't think Sachi would be ready for it. It's a kind of it's a thing. So we're just continuing on from there. Post-coitus, basically. But it's the next day. Where now, when we left off, looks like Yuji's gonna be going to a job. So either we're gonna be focusing on Yuji when he's doing his, job as a cleaner. Quote-unquote. Or it'll be one of those moments where we focus just on one of the girls. Like, this will just be like a Sachi moment, so all the narration stuff would be from her point of view again. Which I do like that. I like that in this game, where there are moments where our main character is just gone. He's just off doing something else, unrelated, and we get more focus on, the love interest girl of the route. That I like. It really kind of shows that this isn't, purely about him. This isn't about our main character and everyone else only exists solely to support him and develop him as a character. No, we got the moments where the other ones are alone, have nothing to do with him, and have their own things going on. Which is good. Alright.
それじゃあしばらくユージを借りていくわね。
JB's arrived in typical flashy fashion to pick me up for the previously scheduled job. Judging from the way she's currently draping her arms around my neck, I'm gonna guess the personal escort is mainly an excuse to tease Sachi. Oh yes, also Sachi is jealous. Jealous of the supposed relationship we have with JB, even though we kind of, you know, tolerate JB. I guess just the way she acts around us, it doesn't sit well with Sachi, so she gets a little jealous. Mostly because she wants a kind of physical relationship with us more than what we have. Which at the moment is not much, like nothing. We also went on a nice, I forgot, we also went on a nice little date with Sachi too. Just go on a nice little shopping trip. Apparently bought her a bunch of cute clothes. Or at least stuff we thought was cute. I don't know, Yuji admitted I just bought whatever the shopkeep told me to get. And recommended. So hopefully we see CGs or stuff of Sachi in something other than the maid uniform. Because he did also say, I'd like to see you wearing other clothes, like these clothes. Could you try to do that when when there's a moment where you don't have to wear the maid uniform? That kind of thing.
はい、よろしくお願いします。その間、サチには寂しい思いをさせちゃうかもしれないけど、我慢してね。私のことは心配いりませんので、ゆうくんのことをお願いしますね。あら、自分のことをからかってくる相手にそんなことが言えるなんて、サチもなかなかやるわね。ありがとうございます。
More importantly, anything you want to ask before I head out?
はいはい。行ってきますのチューはしないんですか？
Shut up for a minute, woman. I shake free of JB's clingy embrace and cut the flow of crap short with a hand over her mouth.
では、今日のお仕事が終わるのは何時くらいの予定になるのでしょうか？そうね。
When I silently look in JB's direction, she brings a hand to her chin and thinks the matter over for a moment.
状況に応じて変わってくると思うけど、多分夜遅くになっちゃうのは間違いないわね。
So she says.
ということは、寮には戻ってくるということですよね。
Yeah, no plans to stay overnight. I'll definitely be coming back.
それは約束でしょうか？
As she speaks, Sachi looks up at me with a gravely serious expression. Yeah, I suppose it is.
わかりました。それなら私はここでゆうくんのお帰りをお待ちしています。
Just to be perfectly clear, that doesn't mean I want you to stand on this exact spot the entire time, alright?
ゆうくんは失礼です。いくら私でもそこまでバカじゃありません。
Okay, we know you're not stupid, Sachi, but when we tell you stuff, you take it way too seriously. And literal. Sorry, but you've kinda got a track record.
大丈夫です。普段通りの予定をこなしながらお帰りをお待ちしています。
Good. In that case, not a problem.
それじゃあ、お見送りありがとう、サチ。はい、JB さんもお気をつけて。
Sachi bows politely. JB and I lower ourselves into the car and draw the doors shut. Does JB always have to peel out?
ユージの仕事が普通じゃないって感づいているんじゃない？
Even if she does, I don't think she's likely to bring them up.
でしょうね。それに本当にいい子だわ。まるで主人の帰りを待つ軍用犬みたい。
Oh my god. A military dog? Well, she's definitely a creature of habit. A slightly obsessive German shepherd, maybe.
でもいいの？必ず帰るだなんて約束して。いつもは嘘でもそんなこと言わないのに。
I know. I wasn't planning to say anything of the sort. She started staring into my eyes, and I just couldn't help myself.
変わったわね。
What, me?
どっちもよ。
If you say so. Look, how about you put making fun of us on hold for the moment and pay a little more attention to the damn road?
はーい。
I had been a little worried Sachi might get caught up on the way things ended yesterday, but she didn't seem any different this morning. Maybe that pat on the head actually did the trick.
現場に着いたら起こしてあげるから、ユージも少し眠っておきなさい。
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Obediently retrieving a sleep mask out of the dashboard, I slip it over my eyes and lean back in the soft leather seat. Within moments, I'm falling into a light sleep. Alright, yeah, it looks like we are going to be getting some just Sachi-focused moments. Sweet! I like when we get some of these.
小峰さんがため息なんて珍しいわね。
あ、榊さん。
それにどこかぼーっとしていたみたいだけど。
やはりそう見えてしまいましたか。
ええ、なんとなくだけれど。違った？
いえ、榊さんの言う通りです。少し考え事をしていましたから。
もし何か悩みがあるなら、私でよければ相談に乗るわよ。
Alright, Yumiko has defrosted big time. Every time we see her now. Like, especially back in Michiru's route with those stupid fucking pennants. She has defrosted hugely from constantly threatening people with a fucking box cutter.
榊さん、いくらカップ焼きそばが好きでも床にこぼしたものまで口にするのは体によくありませんよ。
ああ、
それは私がらしくない行動をとっていると言いたいのかしら。
違いましたか？
確かにその通りだけれど、相談相手が周防さんや松島さんでは偏ったアドバイスになってしまうような気がして。
Yeah, it's out of character for me, but if we went to those two, yeah. I'll be out of character so you get some real advice for once.
はい、榊さんの言いたいことはなんとなくわかる気がします。
だからよ。
では、この小峰幸、折り入って榊さんに相談させていただきたいことがあります。
You're gonna talk about sex now, aren't you?
ということは、やっぱり風見くんと何かあったのね。
あったと言いますか、あるべきものがなかったと言いますか。
どうやら複雑な話みたいね。それならひとまず場所を移しましょう。ここではいつ他の人間が通るかわからないから。
はい、わかりました。
ここなら気兼ねなく話ができそうね。
Alright, let's change our conversation. Let's move from the courtyard into the schoolhouse, but also let's go back toward the dorms quick and change into our uniforms. Whatever.
それはその通りだと思うのですが、なぜ教室なのでしょうか。
イリスさんがいる限り寮内で安全なところはないわ。
なるほど、とても説得力のあるお言葉です。
As long as Machina's around and nothing's secured.
で、一体何があったのかしら。
はい、実は昨日めでたくゆうくんとセックスする運びになったのですが。
Yeah, she wasn't expecting that.
榊さんは少し大げさに驚きすぎです。
だって一昨日まではキスもしていなかったのに、いきなりそのセックスでなんて誰でも驚くわよ。
ですが問題はそこではないんです。というと、実はセックスをすると決めたところまでは良かったのですが、セックスの前には準備が必要ですよね。
Oh my god.
ええ、女性にはいろいろと必要だものね。
その通りです。そして私はゆうくんの手によって快楽の頂点を迎えたわけなのですが。
ということは小峰さん。
はい、体が宙に浮く、もし
Oh,
くは意識がなくなってしまうような、そんな体験でした。
alright. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
意識がね。
Before the actual act. Okay.
榊さん、今自分に置き換えて想像しました。
Oh my god.
でも少しだけ、ほんの少しだけ映像が浮かんだだけよ。
そんなことまで答えてくれるなんて、榊さんはいい人ですね。
What even today?
そんなことはどうでもいいのよ。でも小峰さんの悩みがそういうことに関係しているなら、相談先はスオさんの方が良かったかもしれないわね。
私は榊さんで間違いなかったと思いますよ。
そう？普通に考えたらスオさんの方がそういう知識を持っていそうじゃないかしら。
いえ、豊富そうに振る舞ってはいても、天音さんが私たちと同じで男性経験のないことに変わりはないですし、榊さんが日頃インターネットで巡回しているサイトを鑑みれば、そういう知識を持っているのはむしろ榊さんの方だと私は認識しています。
Yo, is Sakaki like low-key a degenerate like the rest of us? She's like every other person on the internet? Straight up degen? Alright, I'm starting to like her a little more. I think I am actually 100% gonna leave her for last just because the gamer degen GF. Also, holy shit, secure your computer a little better so people don't see what you're looking up.
どうやってインターネットの巡回先なんて。
ログイン時のパスワード6桁くらいならかかっていないのと同じですから。お分かりいただけましたか？
ええ、小峰さんとは少し付き合い方を考えた方が良さそうだということがね。
So Sachi hackermans her fucking computer, huh? Do I have that as one of the BTTV emotes? Do I have? Nope. Apparently not. Oh well. I know I do have some. Have to look. Sorry, I'm just seeing which ones I have. yeah, don't have Hackermans. I have so many others. Okay. Alright. I'll add that to a to-do list after this. Add Hackermans.
では話の本題についてなのですが、
続けて。
Okay.
いつも思うのだけど、この時間のテレビはつまんない番組ばかりなのよさ。
って言っても、あんたやさっちゃんが喜ぶような番組ってアナーキーなのばっかりだしね。
失礼な。マグロマンもデイブ教授もそこら辺の番組とは一味も二味も違う見応えを毎週お届けしてくれているのよ。
あれ、さっちゃん、制服なんか着ちゃってどうしたの？少し二人で勉強していたのよ。
They had an awkward talk.
わざわざ教室まで行って？
はい、そのおかげでとても集中することができました。
そうね。その割には二人とも目が遠くを見つめてる感じになっちゃってるけど大丈夫？気にしないで。しばらく休めば治るわ。
They had a super awkward convo.
はい、メイド服とガーターベルトの関係性についてはバッチリです。
Huh?
ガーターベルト？
勉強と見せかけて、実は二人でエッチなサイトを閲覧していたのよさ。
Oh my god.
そうかもしれないわね。
あのユミちゃんが私のからかいを軽く受け流すなんて、まさかこの短期間の間に悟りを。
だったらすごいけどね。
それにしても遅いのよ、今日のお兄ちゃん。
遅くなるって言ってもいつもその日のうちに帰ってきてたしね。
まさかあの金髪女と変なことでも
Oh my god.
してるんじゃないでしょうね。
Michiru, come on!
こらみちる、ここには彼女もいるんだから嘘でもそういうこと言わない。
ああ、そっか、ごめんサチ。
それよりよく冷えた麦茶をどうぞ。
Is it actually barley tea this time? And not apparently cold leftover soup?
で、その彼女が一番平気そうな顔してるんだけど。
確かに。
サッチンはお兄ちゃんのことが心配じゃないの？
だって出かけるときに今日は遅くなるって JB さんが言ってたから。
そうだとしてもこの時間よ。雨も降ってきたし。
この前さっちゃんが行方不明になったこともあるから余計にね。
すみません、その説は皆さんに多大なご迷惑をおかけしてしまって。
もう謝らなくてもいいってば。別にさっちゃんのことを責めてるわけじゃないから。
Okay. Yeah, Sachi is incredibly calm, but that's because she's so, like, task-focused all the time. She probably is just as worried as they are, truly, but is just keeping herself busy with tasks and tasks and tasks.
そうそう、つまりそれだけユージのことを心配してるってこと。
He's like the last person I'd be worried about, in all honesty.
皆さんのお気持ちもわかりますが、ゆうくんは絶対に帰ってきてくれますから大丈夫です。
どうしてそう思うの？
ゆうくんは約束を破ったことが一度もありませんから。
Okay, that is true.
一度も？
はい、それは 私が皆さんにご迷惑をおかけした時も同じで、ちゃんと私のことを迎えに来てくれました。
Yeah, he was late. He didn't 100% understand what you meant at first. But he showed up. Promise fulfilled.
そして今日もゆうくんは必ず帰ってくると私に約束してくれました。ですから私は何も心配していません。
あれ、今のサチちょっとかっこいい？
なんか年長さんのくせにバタバタしてた自分が恥ずかしくなってきたかも。
きっとこれが恋する乙女の強さってやつなのよさ。
ユー
Alright,
ジ、
he's back.
寮に着いたわよ。
Bad. Okay. Thanks. Opening my eyes at the sound of JB's voice, I reached down to unfasten the seatbelt strapped across my body.
ごめんなさいね。遅くなりそうなのは分かってたけど、日付までまたぐことになっちゃって。
Yeah, that's just like my regular job, being out till midnight. Not like you have anything to apologize for. This is hardly the first time I spent an entire day on standby.
でも、サチに悪いことしちゃった気がして。
Sachi? Right.
だから、明日はサチをデートにでも誘って、埋め合わせしておいてね。
A date?
ほら、今は夏なんだし、海なんかに連れて行ってあげたら、きっと喜ぶと思うわよ。
Come to think of it, something like that might be called for right about now. Our first date was a pretty casual, low-effort affair after all.
その顔は可能性ありって感じね。
Yeah. We'll see what happens.
それじゃあ、今日はお疲れ様。
Right. Thanks for the ride.
おかえりなさい、ゆうくん。
As I'm watching JB's car screech off into the distance, Sachi calls out to me from beside the school gate. Sachi, please don't tell me you've been out here all night.
いえ、そろそろゆうくんが帰ってくるような気がしたので、少し前からです。
A little while, huh? Don't know exactly what a little while is for Sachi, but her hair is visibly damp and it hasn't been raining for some time. Anyway, thanks for coming out to meet me.
はい、ゆうくんの方こそ、お仕事お疲れ様でした。
Instead of speaking my thoughts, I drop my hand onto Sachi's head and ruffle her hair. Soon enough, I receive a small, satisfied smile in return.
それから、お食事はもうお済みでしょうか？
No, haven't eaten yet.
でしたら、私の方でご用意させていただいていたものがありますので、そちらをすぐに準備させていただきます。
Alright. That'd definitely be a help this time.
それから皆さんにはお話を通しておきましたので、大浴場もいつでも入浴することができますよ。すみません。少し出しゃばりすぎてしまいましたでしょうか。
No, but you're really obliging tonight, even for you. Almost like a genuine maid.
ゆうくんはメイドさんがお嫌いですか？
I wouldn't say that. But I do feel a little awkward getting waited on hand and foot.
それでしたら心配ありません。今の私はメイドさんである前にゆうくんの彼女ですから。
I see. Girlfriend first, maid second, huh? How exactly does that work? Kind of feels like she's just dancing around the issue, but I guess it's a coherent argument.
それよりまた雨が降り出さないうちに中へどうぞ。
Yeah, sounds like a plan. She wants another head pat.
無事に帰ってきてくれて本当に良かったです。
風見くんが帰ってきたのね。
はい、榊さんにアドバイスをいただいた通り、食事の後、
Oh
ゆうくんを
my
大浴場
god.
に誘導することに成功しました。
Oh my god, are you kidding me? Did Sakaki tell her to do something where Sachi would be the one who's, you know, taking the lead? This time? Good god.
さすが小峰さん、プランに忠実ね。
それも榊さんに完璧な作戦を考えていただいたおかげです。
私の功績なんて大したものではないけれど、あとは教室で勉強した成果を見せるだけね。
What did she learn in the classroom?
はい、この小峰幸、榊さんから教えていただいた知識を駆使して
What did
一
she
生懸
teach
命
you?
頑張ります。
No, seriously, what the fuck did she teach you in that classroom? Did you do have a Yuri moment?
ええ、陰ながら応援しているわ。
Oh my god. Okay. Guess they had a Yuri moment in the classroom. Wiping a few beads of sweat from my forehead, I sink into the bathtub down to the neck and let my muscles relax. I ended up stuck on the job for 12 straight hours today. Ultimately, the rat we were waiting for never showed, so I spent every minute of that on standby. After holding the exact same position for all that time, my body's aching and stiff all over. In my experience, a long soak in hot water is the best way to fix that. Changed, huh? JB said her observation applies to both of us, but I'm not really aware of anything that different about my behavior. Then again, I don't think she's wrong about Sachi. The girl's gotten noticeably thoughtful about the situations she finds herself in, and she's been asking questions on her own initiative, actively seeking to understand the meaning of people's actions. I didn't see much of either Sachi from before. They represent. I didn't see much of either. Yeah. I read that properly. I just misunderstood for a second. They represent clear changes in her normally static pattern of behavior. Now we just have to see what kind of results they bring.
お湯加減はいかがですか、ゆうくん。
Yeah, no problems.
それなら良かったです。
Okay, hold on a second.
はい。
How long have you been in here?
変わったかとゆうくんがつぶやいたところからです。
I wasn't completely off guard either. How'd you sneak up on me like that?
以前音を立てずに歩く練習をマキちゃんとしていたことがあったので、その応用です。
Good lord. Easy enough to talk about moving silently, but in practice, walking without producing a sound is very nearly impossible. Stealth requires a great deal of skill, especially when approaching an alert opponent. And Sachi managed to get this close without tipping me off. That joke about her being a spy in maid's clothing doesn't seem quite so funny anymore. Alright, so why'd you sneak in here? You clearly knew I was taking a bath.
実はお仕事で疲れたゆうくんのお背中をお流しさせていただこうと思いまして。
Yes, wash his back. Wash my back?
はい、一人の彼女として彼氏さんの労をねぎらうのは当然ですから。
The exact connection between showing her gratitude and rinsing my back kind of eludes me. But Sachi brought this proposal on her own, or brought up this proposal on her own. Whatever the details, I want to encourage that sort of initiative on her part. Alright then. Appreciate it.
ありがとうございます。では、こちらの方にお願いします。
Right. I pull myself up out of the grand bath and sit down on the bath stool as directed by Sachi.
それでは始めさせていただきますね、ユージ様。
Oh my god, do not start with the Sama shit. Okay, I'm not Michiru.
ユウくんは様と呼ばれるのはお嫌いでしたか？
I don't like it or dislike it particularly. I just want to know where this is coming from.
雰囲気です。
The mood, huh? Guess there's nothing for it then.
はい、仕方ありません。
Blue's window capture. On second thought, that makes no damn sense at all.
ユウくんが乗りツッコミというのも珍しいですね。
Forget my maneuvering. Does this mood really require you to talk to me like I'm some feudal lord?
もちろんです。ここは少しでもいやらしさが欲しいところですから。
Oh, for fuck's sakes. I think there are ways to show gratitude that don't involve any lewdness whatsoever, but I suppose there's no need to press the point. We all use a little more lewdness in our lives. Alright, fine. Do it your way this time, Sachi.
ありがとうございます。では、最初にお湯を流させていただきますね。
As soon as the words are out of her mouth, Sachi carefully picks up a bucket and dumps some pleasantly warm water over my shoulders.
お湯は熱くありませんか？
Yeah, feels fine.
では次にソープを泡立てさせていただきます。
Right. Next, she thoroughly lathers my back with a layer of frothy soap.
それでは失礼させていただきます。
She just took her clothes off, didn't she? I swear to God. Jesus Christ. And after this line, I feel a distinctly soft sensation against my back. Okay. Alright. Alright, where are you going with this game? Of course. Yeah, we're gonna keep going through it. At the same time, there's a nasal little moan not far below my ear. Sachi, what the hell are you doing?
私はただユージ様のお背中を洗わせていただいているだけですよ。
Aha. Yeah, you know, I'm gonna do something just to keep myself safe. Somewhat. Just so I'm not super uncomfy. If y'all hate me for it, I don't care. Is it Alt? Or is it Shift? Ah, it's Shift. Perfect. There. So now I'm not super uncomfy. I can continue on. I see. Well, as long as you're washing my back, I guess it's all good. As if. Are you seriously expecting me to roll with this? Since sound effects are off, I'll just say this. Yeah, they should be working now. Also, hey Nick, how's it going? They should be working now. If you want to give it a shot. I don't know if they're all... Actually, I don't even think they're all there now, actually. For some reason, I lost a lot of my sound alerts. I have to put them all back, so that kind of sucks. But sound alerts should be working again.
ひどいですゆうくんどうして叩くんですか
Okay, I can turn the sensor off. That was fast. Guess you pressed your chest against me out of nowhere. Isn't that the natural reaction? No!
大抵の男性はしばらくきょとんとした後ラッキーと拳を握りしめるのではないでしょうか
Well, I heard it. Did you hear it? Please say you heard it on your end. I know I heard it on my end. Awesome. Yeah, so I did find out the problem with that, for some reason. If I hit the option for just the sound alerts here on Streamlabs to have their volume controlled in Streamlabs itself, it plays, but I don't know where to. For some reason, it goes somewhere else. I don't know what it's trying to play through, but it does show up on the mixer that it was playing. But if I just leave it as default, the sound alerts will be as loud as they're, uploaded as. They'll play no problem. So yeah, that's just a really odd thing. But they work. Hallelujah. I'll have to work on getting back a whole bunch of the other sounds that I lost. I only did a few because I was just kind of done with it at that point. I was just done. Might be right about that one, actually.
だったら問題ありませんよね
No, look. I'm trying to ask why you felt the need to molest me like this. I just want an explanation. You do have a reason for doing this, right?
理由ですか
Yeah. I'm pretty sure you didn't just think of this up on the spur of the moment.
さすがゆうくん相変わらず私の心が見えているかのような推察です
Yeah, maybe. I'll look into it. I'll see. I'll see if there's any other sounds I think could potentially fit. Spare me the misguided admiration and get to the explanation.
はい実は昨日のことがずっと気になっていたんです
Yesterday's events?
はいあの後ゆうくんが最後までしようとしなかったのは私のセックスアピール不足が原因ということになりまして今日はモテる限りのいやらしさでゆうくんにも気持ちよくなってもらおうということになったんです
Ah, now I get it. Come to think of it, she did seem a little uneasy after the fact. I guess this sudden aggressive approach makes sense given the context. So, Who put that idea in your head?
榊さんです。
Ah, so it's... Wait, Sakaki? Seriously?
はい。ゆうくんを大浴場に誘導して迫るという作戦は榊さんが考えてくださいました。
You sure you don't mean Amane?
いいえ、間違いなく榊さんです。しかも親身になって相談にも乗っていただきました。
The man is stupefied that Sakaki planned this. That girl giving out advice, let alone in a kindly way, is definitely a little surprising. But when you account for everything she's picked up from browsing the internet all the time, Sakaki might well have Amane beat when it comes to secondhand knowledge about sex. Oh my god. Everyone knows she looks this shit up, apparently. In other words, I have Cyber Sakaki to thank for this.
はい。私はメイド色が強いということもあって、そこを生かすべきだという話になったので。
Can't deny that it stimulates the male lust for conquest. Jesus Christ.
はい。ゆうくんがメイド嫌いでなくてよかったです。
So that's why she asked that question at the school gate earlier.
それでこのまま体を洗わせていただいてもよろしいでしょうか。
I'm gonna have to bring the sensor back, aren't I? Before that, I want to clear up a misunderstanding of yours.
誤解ですか？
Yeah. I thought I said this before, but you got the wrong idea about why I stopped yesterday. It's not that I don't think you're attractive.
そうなんですか？
It is. For example, I find it fairly arousing when you get naked and press your chest against me.
ならよかったです。
I mean, what person wouldn't? If they had someone they were interested in be naked against their back. Hearing my reply, Sachi smiles with evident happiness. Imagining the girl earnestly plotting out this ridiculous plan is a little hard. It's a little hard to hold back a wry smile of my own. Then again, that kind of awkwardness might not be that atypical for someone this inexperienced. Alright, Sachi. Go ahead.
小峰幸、一生懸命サービスさせていただきます。
Aha, yeah. I'd like to reiterate a point I believe we brought it back in Michiru's route. Water a good lubricant does not make. Or, yeah, no. Water, no, not a good lubricant. When she emerges from the grand bath a few minutes after me, Sachi's beaming smile is noticeably more energetic than usual. You're in a good mood.
はい。当初の目的を達成して、榊さんの恩に報いることができましたから。
She's supposed to be dead? Or just a voyeur?
しかも、あろうことか、ゆうくんから体を洗っていただきました。
Oh my god.
一見、無謀とも言える作戦がうまくいったのは、熱心に指導していただいた榊さんのおかげです。
Yes, run to Sakaki and say, thanks for helping me get laid. God. Guess I owe her one then.
はい。
One moment. Sorry about that. Someone just kind of came home, making sure everything was good there, and then figured I'd take the time to also make a tea. So apologies for that. Apologies. Just figured I'd do two things at once. Also nice anytime. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, I'm sure that's what Sakaki would say. Anytime. Anyway, you feeling a little relieved now?
はい。こんな私でもゆうくんに気持ちよくなってもらえることが分かって嬉しいです。
Well, seems you're in a pretty good mood already, but I've actually got another little treat for you.
良い知らせ？まさか明日からゆうくんもメイド服を着てくれるというサプライズでしょうか？
Yes! Yeah, I have made Yuji. That's exactly what's happening. They said a treat, not a horror show. Let me take you on a date to the beach tomorrow. Sachi? You listening?
すみません。あまりの衝撃に思わず返事をするのを忘れてしまっていました。
I'd laugh at this point, but I know you're completely serious. She looks pretty pleased, though. Inviting her seems to have been the right choice. So anyway, I guess that means you're up for the beach?
はい。オールグリーンです。
Sachi bends an elbow and strikes us the same empathetic salute she used in our earlier training session. Her almost childish enthusiasm is blatantly obvious from the tone of her voice alone. She's not just pleased, but she's genuinely excited. By the way, if there's something on your mind, you can talk to me about it next time. You said it yourself, didn't you? You're my girlfriend first. That might be a pretty half-assed excuse for a human being, but I do know how to listen when people I care about talk.
ゆうくん。
Not that I'm asking you to tell me everything. Just want you to know there's no need to be so reserved. You understand what I'm telling you?
はい。ありがとうございます。ゆうくん。
Pat, pat. That, I feel like, after something like that, deserves a head pat. Nice little heart-to-heart there. Mini one, just like, you can talk to me. You got an issue, Sachi. You can talk to me. Standing a few feet away from my front door, about to head out for my daily run, when Sachi barges into the room without so much as a knock. This abrupt face-to-face encounter is followed by a long moment of silence.
あ、ゆうくんがもう起きています。
Okay, that was a little forced.
いえ、私の中ではまだ寝ているゆうくんを起こす予定だったので、とても動揺しています。
That's adorable. I've done that with a previous girlfriend. I've woken them up. For their birthday, too. Brought them breakfast in bed, too. Those were fun times. She doesn't really look perturbed in the slightest. I guess that's par for the course. I don't get it. You know I'm usually awake by now, don't you?
そういえばゆうくんが寝坊しているところは見たことがないような気がします。
Yeah. When you got a fixed routine like mine, you don't even need an alarm clock to wake up at the same time every day. Pretty damn true. I can attest to that. I mean, I generally have an alarm set for the same time every day, unless I gotta work earlier. I'm usually up before the alarm even goes off. That's just how it is. In fact, pretty soon, I'm probably gonna make myself wake up even earlier? Why would I do that to myself? I don't know, it seems like every time I have some time I want to wake up at, it's too late in the day. I also just kind of like having more time to do things, especially if I stream at my usual 10 a.m.s. I'm generally up by 7:30 every day. So that gives me 2.5 hours to, you know, shower, change, eat, do some house stuff, try and maybe watch something, and then do this. Sometimes when I wake up, though, I'm just kind of like a groggy mess and need to either sit in bed for an extra half hour or so, or get up, sit at the couch, and then everything just kind of, you know, a domino effect. Everything gets delayed a bit. So, like, you know, just more time in the morning to be able to do stuff like that and account for that would be just great. We'll see though. Yawn. I would totally have a yawn counter, but I think it would be broken from the amount of times I actually fucking yawn. But yeah, I'm generally up before my alarm. Sometimes even like just a few minutes before the alarm goes off. So I'm never woken up by my alarm. I'm already awake. There's the yawning again.
さすがゆうくんです。その頑張りをたたえて有事に目覚ましという新しいことわざを申請したいくらいです。
The Eugiest bird gets the worm. Oh my god. Very original. Anyway, why'd you decide to wake me up all of a sudden?
実はみちる様のお部屋をお掃除していた時に見つけた漫画に、彼女というものは毎日朝寝坊する彼氏を全くしょうがないわねとつぶやきながら揺さぶって起こすものだと書いてあったので。
Oh my god. Right. I think there are probably a pretty decent number of perfectly happy couples that don't quite fit that mold in the real world. But it certainly sounds like the sort of thing Michiru would enjoy.
それからおはようございますゆうくん。
Somewhat belatedly, Sachi offers me a greeting and slight bow. I've been talking for 5 minutes already, you know.
はい、一日の始まりの挨拶は大切だとお父さんとお母さんも言っていましたから。
Trying to follow your parents' advice isn't a bad thing by any means, but I don't quite get the point of saying hello halfway through the conversation.
それに今日最初に挨拶できたのがゆうくんというのも嬉しいです。
Saying hello is enough to make you happy?
はい、それだけで今日はいい日になるような気がしてしまいます。
Girl's pretty fired up first thing in the morning. At a guess, I'd say she's really looking forward to that date at the beach.
そういえば朝食はもうお取りになられたのでしょうか？
No, but I was just about to do my daily running first.
ゆうくんは毎日16キロも走っているんですもんね。
Well, wanna try tagging along today?
せっかくのお誘いなのですが、今日はゆうくんとのデートですので、大浴場のお掃除を朝のうちに終わらせてしまおうと思っていました。
Makes sense. I briefly thought running with Sachi might be kind of enjoyable in a way, but come to think of it, jogging around town at dawn with a girl in full maid uniform probably would have earned me a few odd looks. In that case, better get started before Amane gets up.
そうですね。では私はこれで失礼させていただきます。
With those words and a demure bow, Sachi quietly leaves my room. Recently, the girl started letting her emotions show more openly in her tone and attitude. The most striking examples being yesterday's service and today's invasion of my room. What's more, she's asking more questions and thinking things over more thoroughly than before. Never used to notice Sachi lost in thought, but these days it's not an uncommon sight. And most promising of all, some of this is beginning to happen spontaneously. I can't think her little raid just now had anything to do with any of my orders. She's changing through the expression of her own free will, not in obedience to someone else's instructions. Which means it probably won't be too long until she finds herself facing a critical question.
これで最後に水を流して終わりだけど、予定より早く終わっちゃった。そうだ、今日はゆうくんに挨拶できて嬉しかったから残りの時間でみんなに挨拶して回ろう。まずはあまねさんとまきちゃんから。鍵がかかってない。ちょっと不用心かも。おはようございます。
うわ、何？バカ野郎、このデカ父、空襲の際に顔を出して飛び上がるやつがあるか。カメムシより視線を低くしてさっさと防空壕に飛び込め。
What the fuck?
空襲？それに防空壕なんてこの寮には。
二人とも落ち着いてください。空襲じゃありません。私です。小峰幸です。
その声は確かにマイソウルフレンドのサッチ。でもなんでこんな時間に？やっぱ空襲？
今日は少し早起きしたからみんなに朝の挨拶をして回ろうと思って。
挨拶？何か急用があったとかそういうんじゃないの？
はい、本当に挨拶しに来ただけです。
そう。
はい。
じゃあ一応おはよう。おはようなのよ。
はい、おはようございます。それでは今日も良い一日を。
って挨拶済んだら本当に行っちゃったよ、あの子。なんかめちゃくちゃテンション高かったけど、何があったのかな。
She got a date later today. She said good morning to her boyfriend. Girl's on cloud 9.
さあ、
次はみちる様のお部屋。あ、スカートの裾濡れちゃってる。そういえばゆうくんはよくやっぱりメイド服かって言うけど、やっ ぱり同じ服ばかりだと飽きちゃうのかな。でもなるべくメイド服を着た方がいいっていうみんなからの提案もあるし。そうだ、昨日は榊さんに相談してうまくいったし、今度はみちる様に相談してみよう。鍵はかかってる。それなら。
You're picking the lock. Oh my god.
おはようございます、みちる様。
Out like a light.
みちる様、朝ですよ。
おや、若ユージ、それはツンデレじゃなくてアンデレよ。
That's not tsundere, it's sundere. Oh, what?
Good morning, motherfuckers.
Thank you, Nick.
例のものは？例のものは？例のものは？
What?
サ
Huh?
チ、
例のものは？
痛
例のものは？
ちょっと待ってサチ、なんで私叩かれてるの？それに例のものって何？
すみません、みちる様に朝の挨拶をと思ったのですが、なかなか起きてくださらなかったので。
だからって叩く必要あった？
あとはみちる様が楽しそうなゆうくんの夢を見ていたので少
Oh
し。
my god.
いや、少しって明らかにそっちが主因よね。焼きもちでしょそれ。
Yeah, Sachi's very jealous.
焼き餅。
Jellos.
お餅が食べたくなったんですか、みちる様。
I could go for some pudding. Not gonna lie.
あんた、それ絶対わざとでしょ。っていうか、私は部屋に鍵をかけて寝たはずなんだけど、どうして入ってこれてるわけ？
開けました。
開けましたってそんないい笑顔で言われても。
それよりみちる様に相談があるんです。
相談？サチが私に相談なんて初めてじゃない？
そうだったでしょうか。
多分ね。あんたは大抵のことなら何でもこなせちゃうから。まあいいわ。可愛い後輩の頼みなら断るわけにもいかないし。着替えるからちょっと待ってなさい。
はい、着替えならこちらにご用意させていただきました。
さすがサチ。
ではみちる様が身支度を整えられている間に、私は榊さんを起こしに行ってきますね。
起こしに行くって、由美子の場合これから寝るんじゃないの？
Dude, yes. Come on. Yumiko's just up late. Just going on those, playing more CSGO.
そろそろ寝ようかしら。ドアノブが何？もしかして泥棒なの？こんな学園の寮に？でも鍵はかけてあるからそう簡単に入ってこれないはず。諦めてくれたのかしら。
さあサチ、準備は整ったし早速始めようじゃないの。第1回ツンデレ会議を。
みちる様、私は別にツンデレについて相談したいわけではありませんよ。
そうなの？私に相談って言ったらツンデレに関してじゃない？常識的に考えて。
いえ、私が相談したいのはおしゃれに関してなんです。
There you go.
おしゃれっていうと服装とか髪型のこと？
その中でも服装に関してのことですね。 それを私にね。
Yes, she is asking you, is that a surprise?
はい、おしゃれのことはおしゃれ発信基地の異名を持つみちる様に相談すべきだと思いまして。
おしゃれ発信基地、いい、すごくいい響きだわ。
この小峰幸、みちる様の前衛的なファッションには以前から一目置かせていただいていました。
Hey, I love Michiru in her other casual well, her dress-up outfit. I like that little dress and the plaid. She's adorable in it.
ふふふ、さすがこの私が一番信頼を置いているサチね。あまねなんかに相談していたら裸なのか服着てるのかわかんない格好させられてたわよ。
Oh my god.
正直、あまねさんのような格好をするには胸が足りな。
違うわよサチ。私たちは貧乳なんじゃなくて、ただ第二次成長が遅れてるの。ちょっと遅刻しちゃってるだけなのよ。
Our tits aren't tiny. Our bodies are developing at their own speed. We're just slightly late bloom. Oh my god. Just the our tits aren't tiny part is funny. Once again, flat is justice, medium is premium, opie. I forget the opie one. All sizes make the peen rise. I forgot it. Damn it. What is it? I gotta look it up again. What is the thing? Oh, opie is truth. That's it. There we go. Yep. That's the second time I fucking said that shit in this game. Oh well. But I fucked it up this time.
私も貧乳とまでは言っていないのですが。
平気、牛乳いっぱい飲めば胸は大きくなるんだから。
I don't think that's how that works.
みちる様、ここで悲しいお知らせなのですが、牛乳を飲むと胸が大きくなるという説に科学的根拠は全くないそうです。
じゃあなんでそんなデマが。
Yeah, good question. Where did that come from?
まさか情報操作。胸の小さな女の子で低迷している牛乳の消費量を上げようという国家的策略なのね。
An Illuminati plot to prop up the slumping dairy industry by deceiving What the Yes, Big Dairy wants the small-titted girls to drink lots of more milk. Sure. Yes, that's a conspiracy, all right. Even though I've already done her route, I don't know what goes through Michiru's head. She's still best girl to me, though.
いえ、違います。それよりみちる様、わざわざ教室に場所を移したのはまきちゃん対策でしょうか。
その通りよ。寮じゃ落ち着いて話なんかできないから。
榊さんも同じようなことを言っていたのですが、皆さんマキちゃんのことを警戒しますよね。
だってマキナよ。
そう言われると納得してしまうからすごいですね、マキちゃんは。
昔からバカと天才は紙一重って言うからね。
はい。
で、話が獣道にそれちゃったけど、服装に関する相談ってどんなこと？
実はこのメイド服に関することなのですが。
ああ、そうだ。メイド服で思い出したけど、どうしてサチって掃除とかしてない時もメイド服なの？
それはみちる様たちがなるべくメイド服を着た方がいいとおっしゃったからです。
え、それだけ？
はい。
じゃあメイド服が自分に似合うからとか、メイド服を着てないと大きな猿に変身しちゃうとか、そういうこともないの
Huh? The maid uniform is a transformation limiter? Sure. Let's go with that.
メイド服は動きやすいので気に入っていますが、やむにやまれぬ事情があるというわけではありません。
あんたって子はどんだけ人がいいのよ。あんなのただの提案なんだから、無理して守る必要ないのに。
そうだったんですか？
マキナやアマネだって気が向いたらってくらいのニュアンスで言ってたはずよ。それにサチだって女の子なんだから、着てみたい服だってたくさんあるでしょう。
いえ、今までは特にそういうこともなかったのですが。
じゃあ今は違うのね。
はい、最近ゆうくんがやっぱりメイド服かと口にするのが気になって、やはり私もメイド服以外の服を着るようにした方がいいのかと悩んでいまして。
なるほどね。
それとも私がそんなことを考えるのはおかしなことでしょうか？
そんなわけないでしょ。女の子ならもっとおしゃれしたいって思うのが当然じゃない。
おしゃれしたいと思うのは当然。
まあユージくらいの僕年人になるとずっとメイド服着てても明らかな文句は言わないでしょうけど。あいつだって可愛い服を着てるサチを見て嬉しくないはずがないもの。
Yep.
ではもし私がゆうくんから買っていただいた服を着たら、ゆうくんは喜んでくれるでしょうか？
何、そんなのがあるの？
はい、この前デートした時に買っていただいたのですが、なんだかもったいない気がして着る機会がなく。
それを早く言いなさいよ。プレゼントされた服があるならさっさと着ちゃわないと損じゃない。
そういうものなのでしょうか？
いいサチ、いくらクローゼットの中で大事にしてたってユージには伝わらないのよ。
さすがみちる様です。私久しぶりに目から鱗が落ちました。
別に私がすごいわけじゃなくて、サチがちょっと真面目すぎるのよ。
そうでしょうか？
まあ何にせよ今日私に相談してくれてよかったわよ。
そうなんですか？
だってこの私がサチにとっておきのコーディネートを考えてあげられるんだから。
By the way, we're going to the beach, so make sure it's a beach appropriate outfit. That isn't just like a swimsuit.
はい、よろしくお願いします、みちる様。
3 minutes left. I'm waiting for Sachi just outside the gate, where we'd arranged to meet up earlier this morning. Sounded like Michiru was in her room a few minutes ago, but I doubt Sachi let that hold her up. That said, we gotta get going pretty soon, or we won't catch the bus. I mutter to myself and glance at my watch, but in the next instant, there's a trotting sound of footsteps approaching from the direction of the dorm. Precisely on time as always.
すみません、
少し着替えに時間を取ってしまいました。
Oh, I love it! A black sweater with pink accents and inner lining. That's cute. Also, that's just straight Sachi. Hmm? I turn around and find myself face to face with an unknown individual.
どうかしましたか？
Who are you supposed to be?
今の質問が謎かけでないのなら、私はあなたの彼女の小峰幸ですと答えます。
True, you did an impressive job reproducing her face. There's a fundamental flaw in your little disguise. The Sachi I know always wears a maid uniform.
それは昨日までの小峰幸です。
Say what? Alright, don't jump to conclusions. Let's say she isn't lying. Is there any other way to explain this? Did someone spike my tea?
私がこういう服を着ているのはそこまで意外なことなのでしょうか。
Downright shocking. Almost as bad as that one time where everyone else at the table started pouring sugar onto their natto instead of salt.
それは確かに驚きます。納豆に混ぜるのはマヨネーズが基本のはずですから。
Considering her demeanor and willingness to roll with the conversation, it seems this really must be the genuine Sachi.
でもお父さんはマヨネーズと一緒にお醤油もかけるし。
Seriously, I don't think I've ever had a simple change of clothes completely transform my impression of someone like this before. In her school uniform, she comes off as a well-bred class rep type. And in her other uniform, she's the very picture of a maid. But the Sachi before my eyes is the girl I knew when I was young. It's like I'm staring at a vivid memory from the days when she pulled me around the playground.
それで私が小峰幸だということは分かっていただけたでしょうか。
Yeah, I am. Why'd you suddenly take off the maid uniform?
それはゆうくんがやっぱりメイド服かと口にすることが多かったからです。
Yeah, just said what I was thinking.
なのでメイド服以外の格好、ゆうくんに買っていただいた服を着ている私も見ていただこうと思ったんです。
I see. Most likely, this nicely coordinated outfit has something to do with Michiru's visit to Sachi's room just now. Not even a day after she got sex advice from Sakaki, come to think of it. Wouldn't have guessed it at first, but it seems this school is packed full of helpful types.
それにゆうくんはその服はお前が着たいと思った時に着てくれればいいと言ってくれました。私が可愛い服を着たいと思う時、それがゆうくんと海でデートができる今日だったんです。
That's freaking cute. For the first time since I entered Mihama Academy, Sachi's wearing something other than a uniform. And her motivation is the simple desire to show me how she looks in other clothes. I should probably be celebrating her taking such clear action on her own initiative. But to be perfectly honest, I'm happier to know she wanted to look nice for my benefit. I see. Thanks, Sachi.
いえ、私の方こそこんなに可愛い服が着れて嬉しいですから。
I mussed Sachi's hair around in my hand, and her face goes slightly pink. They're pretty sporty clothes, more or less the exact opposite of the maid uniform. But it actually works for you. You look good.
それは本当でしょうか？
As soon as I express my thoughts, Sachi closes the distance between us in the blink of an eye, a serious expression on her face. Yeah. Might sound a little overblown, but the clothes look so natural on her that I'd almost believe she'd been dressing like this all along. Of course, that's probably because I've still got a vivid mental image of the way she was as a kid. I mean, you know I'm not much good at flattery, right?
そうですね。ゆうくんのお世辞は皮肉になってしまう場合が多いですから。
Well, that's how it is.
でも、ゆうくんに似合っていると言われるのは嬉しいです。
Even as she speaks, there's an irrepressible, energetic grin on her face. It's not like her. In a good way. It's like I've caught a glimpse of the real Sachi, the person hidden behind her iron wall of self-denial. Perfectly fine with me if that's enough to make you happy. The date hasn't even started yet.
はい、どんなデートになるのか今からとても楽しみです。ずっとこの日のままで穏やかな笑顔だけ見てみたい。
Unlike our group trip before supper break, today we caught a crosstown bus for a shaky ride to the sea. When we arrive, Sachi trots out onto the beach a few strides ahead of me. Watching as she crouches down to play with the waves while softly singing her favorite song, I conclude that her good humor hasn't been dampened by the journey. Sounds like you're in a good mood, Sachi.
はい、これからゆうくんがサメさんと血みどろの死闘を繰り広げるかと思うと自然と胸が高鳴ってしまいます。
Is your heart lub-dubbing like it was yesterday? It goes a lub-dub, lub-dub-dub-dub. Now I got wubba-lubba-dub-dub in my head. Thanks, Rick and Morty. Also, she was really ready to watch us fight a shark. Sorry to disappoint, but that's not gonna happen. Ever.
ということはサメさんと敵対するのではなく種族間の垣根を越えた友達になる道を選ぶというわけですね。さすがゆうくんです。ラブ&ピースです。
Oh my god. I'm not gonna comment on your reasoning there, but if a shark shows up anywhere near the swimming area, they'd obviously keep everyone out of the water.
そういえばそうでした。
That's really not something you should look disappointed about. But anyway, Sachi's clearly more fired up about this date than she was on the group trip. Can't exactly criticize her for being happy, even if her enthusiasm does tend to take slightly bizarre forms. Well, we're at the beach. So far, so good. What do you want to do first?
ゆうくんが望まれるなら私はどんな遊びでも構いませんよ。
Even so, it seems she doesn't have any specific requests for me. Okay, let me ask you something. That trip before the break wasn't your first time at the beach, was it?
はい、まだ小さかった頃お父さんとお母さんに何度か連れて行ってもらったことがありますから。
So what sort of things did you do back then?
そうですね。 浮き輪に乗って水かけっこをしたり、お母さんと砂遊びをしていたと思います。
Alright. Water fight sounds like a decent place to start.
私はそれで全然問題ないのですが、ゆうくんの方こそ水かけっこで構わないんですか？
Sad to say, I'm pretty unfamiliar with this sort of thing. Since neither of us has any proposals of our own, following your parents' example sounds like a decent idea. You're always saying how much you love them after all.
ゆうくん、
So, unless you have some objection to the plan, I guess we should get changed into our swimsuits. What do you say, Sachi?
もちろん私は大賛成です。お待たせしました。小峰幸水着バージョンです。
Love it. I settled down to wait after stripping to my swimming trunks, but it's not even 10 minutes before Sachi returns from the changing room. That was a pretty fast change of clothes, by female standards. She's probably wearing it underneath her stuff, you dumbass. Okay.
はい、急いで着替えを済ませたので、何かが見えてしまっていても気にしないことにしました。
I really think that warrants some heed paying.
すみません。どうしても着替えにかける時間が惜しく感じてしまって。
Well, now I've completely lost the will to lecture her. I guess I'm a typical male in some respects.
それから水着は前回と同じものになってしまったのですが、問題なかったでしょうか。
Bit rate's going a little weird at times. It's holding steady right now. No, now it's not. It's starting to jump. I think someone may have come home. It's going high and low. But not like in the bad highs and lows. Still exactly where I need it to be. More or less. Now we'll play it by ear. No need to worry about that. Novelty is always nice, but I don't want you splashing around in the water in maid clothes or anything.
わかりました。ゆうくんがそうおっしゃるなら、メイド服の出番はまた今度ということで。
Because of course she has one. How did I know? Also, as a risk aversion measure, I'd like to avoid playing in densely occupied areas. That alright with you?
それはもしかして私の身を案じてのことでしょうか。
Yeah. No different from scuba diving or whatever. The first priority is making sure your buddy's safe.
バディ、つまりここでの私はゆうくんの相棒ということですね。
I think you misunderstood slightly, but whatever. Unless you got an objection, how about we get going?
はい、心の準備はできていますので、なんならもっと人気のない場所でも。
Sachi's little flight of delusion comes to an abrupt halt as we make our way past the beach house. She freezes on the spot, staring fixedly at a nearby stall. Something wrong?
見てください、ゆうくん。サメさんのフロートがレンタル中です。
So they are. Okay, let's go.
見てください、ゆうくん。サメさんのフロートがレンタル中です。
Take the hint, dumbass. She wants a shark float. You can just say you want one. Muttering in mild exasperation, I hand over a few bills to the white-haired old man behind the counter.
このサメさんが橋の下に捨てられた猫さんのような
Oh my
瞳で
god.
私を見つめてくるもので。
This strikes me as a slightly self-serving account of events.
しかも青ザメからシュモクザメまで取り揃えているとなると、どのサメさんにするか迷ってしまいます。
Don't seem very interested in this Sachi orca, though.
だってシャチとサチって似てるじゃないですか。
I see. The girl seems to have a fairly unique method of classifying sea life.
決めました。今回はこのジンベエザメさんにすることにします。
Sure about that?
はい、そうと決まれば早くこのサメさんを海に浮かべましょう。
Sounds like a plan.
見てください、ユウくん。私今サメさんに乗っています。
As we wade out from the shallows, Sachi slides herself on top of the shark float and calls out in a happy tone of voice. So you are. Looks fun.
どうしたんですか、ユウくん。さっきより元気がなくなっているみたいですが。
No, I think you've just gotten yourself worked up to a fever pitch.
確かにそうかもしれま
Nice,
せん。
thanks, Nick.
このサメさんにまたがってからなんだか胸の高鳴りが止まりません。
Ah, there we go. Perfect, now we go.
例えるならこう三国志の豪傑呂布が関戸場にまたがった時のような力強さが。
I feel as mighty as Lubu atop his steed Red Hair, riding forth to conquer the three kingdoms. If there's one thing you know from Dynasty Warriors, it's do not pursue Lubu. He will fuck you up. Hilariously, Lubu is in the Fate series now, thanks to stuff like Grand Order and Fate Extra. Fate Extra has their sequel slash spin-off, Fate Extella, and Lubu, which is a Dynasty Warriors clone, and Lubu is a character. He is a berserker, and in one of the first things missions he is in, they basically say, hey, do not engage him immediately. We do not have the power, so they continue the do not pursue Lubu trend, even in a different franchise. In fact, in one of the missions, they have to say, okay, you need to lure Lubu over here to this specific zone so he can fight a different character who is currently being empowered by the sun. So they're essentially superpowered at the moment. They're the only one that would be able to at least hold him off, so long as they are empowered by the sun, which only happens during like the peak, when it's like at noon. When the sun is at its highest point, this character is at their strongest. So that's the only time they could feasibly take on Lubu. It's weird. It's fate. Things are screwy. I'll probably eventually play Extella on stream. Just for the hell of it, because it's just a good button masher fun time. I've been wondering this for a while now. Why do you love sharks so much?
それを語り出すと2時間ほどかかってしまうのですが、よろしいですか？
Do me a favor and squeeze it down to 3 minutes.
わかりました。では簡潔に説明させていただきますが、私がお父さんとお母さんから初めて買ってもらったプレゼントがサメさんのぬいぐるみだったんです。
You wanted 2 hours to explain that?
いいえ、本来なら そこから私がどのような形でサメさんへの愛着を深めていったかのお話を。
Yeah, I think I'll take a pass on that. But rest assured, I'm now fully convinced that you are a shark fanatic without peer.
ありがとうございます。
Should you really be thanking me for that one? Well, we're fated to part with Mr. Shark here in only 3 short hours. Better enjoy it to the fullest while you can.
はい、サメさんとのコンビネーションを駆使してゆうくんに水をかけまくります。
Very well. You better come at me with the determination of a Marine storming Vietnam's fearsome Iron Triangle. I'm gonna have to look that up later.
望むところです。
Splishy splash.
ゆうくんは強すぎます。
Take the easy approach with a water splash fight. Arm straight out. Put it at like halfway through the water and then just drag. Just drag full force. There you go. You made yourself a mini wave. It's easier than trying to go, splash. Just go. Her stamina completely exhausted, Sachi trudges along at my side, moaning reproachfully. The limp, deflated shark float under her arm eloquently tells the tale of our fierce and tragic battle. You lost because you stayed on that shark till the bitter end. It severely limited your mobility.
一方、ゆうくんは長い間水中に身を潜めてからのゲリラ攻撃でしたから、出現予測が難しく。
Yeah. A simple application of the underground tunnel strategy the VC adopted in reaction to the American reliance on Agent Orange and aerial bombing. Jesus Christ. You want to look up some fucked up shit from history? Look up about Agent Orange.
おかげでゆうくんの体力は底なしだということを思い知らされました。
Muttering to herself in a disappointed tone, Sachi drops limply to the sand and draws a few long, ragged breaths. After that lengthy struggle, I guess it's only natural that she'd be a little tired. That said, you got nothing to be depressed about. You did pretty damn good to hang with me as long as you did.
ありがとうございます。
Feel like taking a short break? Well, you can put playing with sand on hold for a while.
私なら大丈夫です。まだやれます。
What? Now she's a bloody boxer trying to convince the referee for another round? So you say, but I just saw you more or less collapse onto the ground.
それでも平気です。あれは水かけ用の体力で、砂遊び用の体力はちゃんと温存してありますから。
Sure, fine. Let's leave it at that. Alright, since you're that determined, let's move on to the sandcastle.
はい、前回来た時に見つけた絶好のサンドアートスポットがありますので、誰かに取られてしまわないうちに確保しましょう。
Is that really gonna be an issue? Sachi pushes herself off the beach and strides off with newfound determination. Mumbling a few dubious words to myself, I follow in her wake.
それじゃあまたね、お姉ちゃん。
バイバイ。
目つきの悪い兄ちゃんもまたな。
Get fucked, Yuji! Well, I mean, technically he already has. Right. After changing back into our street clothes, we say goodbye and watch the children scamper up the orange-dyed beach. To our side towers a structure that's less a child's sandcastle and more a genuine castle of sand. Apparently, Sachi missed her chance to build some castle or other the last time we were here, so the two of us began reconstructing it, but Sachi's silent, diligent laborers, reminiscent of a well-trained recruit digging some massive ditch, quickly attracted a bustling crowd of curious children. In the end, we integrated them into a large-scale operation. You're popular with the kids everywhere you go, aren't you?
私にその自覚はないのですが、マキちゃんは話しかけやすいオーラが出てると言っていました。
An aura of approachability, huh? Come to think of it, I felt something like that when I met her as a child.
でも、あの子たちが手伝ってくれたおかげで、とても立派なお城が作れました。
Sachi gently runs a finger across one parapet of her masterpiece. Her expression is filled with the satisfaction of an artist who's fulfilled their goal, but also tinged with a definite hint of fatigue. Looks like you used a lot of energy, though.
いえ、レイちゃんも時間いっぱいまで私のことを見守ってくれていましたし、まだまだ大丈夫です。
Ale-chan? Oh. I'm gonna guess that Ale-chan is her whale shark. Not sure when it got a name, though.
見てください、ユウくん。海がとても綺麗です。
Yeah, what with the sun setting and all.
前に来た時も思いましたが、やっぱりこういう景色は素敵ですね。
Smiling fondly, Sachi stares off into the vividly colored horizon. Watching her face from the side, it's almost enough to make me forget about the burdens she's carrying. Hey, Sachi. You have fun today?
はい。今日は私の人生の中で一番楽しかった日と言ってしまってもいいかもしれません。
You enjoyed it that much?
はい。サメさんの浮き輪に乗って水かけっこをして、砂遊びでお城を作って。まるで小さい頃にユウくんと公園で遊んでいた時のような楽しさを感じてしまいました。
Sachi expresses her feelings in unusual detail, gesticulating enthusiastically. Her happiness is so obvious that I'm forced to give myself a mental pat on the back for inviting her. I see. That's definitely good to hear.
そういうユウくんは楽しかったですか？
I hadn't quite expected this question. For a moment, I'm at a loss for a response.
楽しくなかったですか？
No, but I did enjoy myself. It wasn't half bad messing around like a kid again.
それなら良かったです。
But why'd you ask?
それは周りの反応ばかりを気にして自分の気持ちなんて考えていないようなところが昔のユウくんにはあったからです。
So that's how Sachi saw me as a kid. Maybe I did back then. But people do change. I used to be a tomboy who'd pull people around the playground, remember?
そうですね。あの頃の私は本当に悪い子でした。
You really think so?
はい。
As I suspected, Sachi's still plagued by regret. I'm more convinced than ever that she consciously blames herself for what happened. voice has grown thick with grief, as if she's barely suppressing the desire to shout out bitter apologies. Alright. Guess that's enough reminiscing for one day. Let's get going before the buses stop running. But when I cut off the conversation, Sachi jerks her head up to stare into my eyes. Something wrong?
いえ、どうかしていません。
Okay then. Her reaction just now clearly suggested she had something to say. But I'm not going to drag it out of her. After a moment's pause, I begin to walk up the beach toward the nearby bus stop. Hmm? We wore our fucking uniform here? Really, Yuji? You didn't have any other cash clothes. You have your fucking school uniform. Ugh, whatever, man. In that instant, I feel something pulling on me from behind. When I turn back, Sachi's reached out with one hand to grab my sleeve. Sachi? I call her name, but there's no immediate response. You have something you want to say? Hmm?
まだ帰りたくありません。もっともっとゆうくんと一緒に遊んでいたいです。
In response to my decisive "let's get going," she offers outright resistance. There's no real logic behind her objection. It's a selfish, emotional demand, nothing more. To hear such words coming from Sachi's mouth is so surprising, I find myself entirely lost for an answer. And even as the silence stretches on, her hand maintains its timid but steady grip on the sleeve of my shirt. Sachi. Her face is downcast, her eyes avoiding mine. I can't make out her expression, but I can tell that her cheeks have grown red. Normally speaking, this would be nothing but a cute moment of selfishness, a sort of thing girlfriends are generally entitled to. But in this case, it represents a serious violation of Sachi's internal rules. I understand what you're saying, so can you let go for a second?
すみません。今すぐに。
My words finally snap Sachi out of this little reverie, and she jerks her hand back as if bitten by a snake.
すみません。私、自分でわがままを言うのは悪い子だって言っておきながら、あんなことを。今のは完全に私の失言ですので、ゆうくん忘れてください。
Sachi bows in flustered apology, her voice tinged with regret. Judging from her reaction, it's obvious that her behavior right now was a pure spur-of-the-moment reflex. She clearly hadn't seen it coming any more than I had. Okay, I understand that was a slip on your part, but I can't promise you I'll forget it. Tell me something. If you knew it was a bad thing to do, why'd you grab my clothes in the first place?
それはゆうくんと一緒にいるのが楽しかったからだと思います。
Even so, there's no way you would have said anything like that before.
それはそうかもしれません。
So why now? Why do you think he said that, Sachi?
それは自分でもわかりません。
So you haven't quite realized it yet, huh? Not consciously, at least. Okay, Sachi. I want to have a serious conversation.
真面目な話ですか？
Yeah. If Sachi's ever gonna regain what she needs to be whole again, this is where things have to start. This is my chance. Silently steeling myself, I stared directly into Sachi's eyes. Do you remember what I told you on the rooftop?
学園の屋上でということは、私たちが付き合うことになった日のことでしょうか？
Yeah. I told you I was going to help you be yourself, right?
はい。あの日の言葉はしっかりと覚えています。
Sachi closes her eyes, as if to recall the scene in question. In other words, Sachi, I was saying that right now, you're not yourself.
私じゃない。
That's right. Blaming yourself entirely for events from your past, focused on being a more perfect good girl than anyone else. Never asking for anything. Keeping a tight lid on your own thoughts, obeying every order you receive like some kind of robot. That's the person you are today.
じゃあ、もしかしてユウ君は私に何があったのかを。
Of course. I know about the accident on your birthday. And I know how you've lived since then. That said, I'm not going to tell you the path you chose was wrong. Why do you look so surprised?
だって今の私が私でいられていないとしたら、それはいけないことだって言われると思ったから。
Well, from a normal perspective, maybe it would be. But unfortunately, I'm pretty warped myself. I don't want to judge you. I just want you to realize something.
気づいてほしいだけ？
Yeah. In other words, you have to find the answer on your own.
自分で考える。
Why did you make that selfish request just now? What do I want you to realize? And finally, how should you live from now on? This is a formal request, and I know full well you can't turn it down. You're a good girl who does what she's told, right? In other words, you're not gonna refuse.
それは。
That said, I don't care how long it takes for you to figure it out. It shouldn't be an unreasonable demand, since there's no deadline.
確かにその通りですが。
So, do you accept?
はい、わかりました。
Thanks. It's a familiar exchange. Since I entered Mihama Academy, I've heard it dozens of times. Faced with a request for help, Sachi nods her head and answers with the words, "Yes, certainly." The gears shift in her head, and a new task assumes top priority. Secure in the knowledge that my order has taken effect, I once more begin to walk up the beach. On the bus back to Mishima Cape, we sit side by side in silence, gazing out the windows the whole way. It's a slightly unfortunate way to finish the beach date Sachi had been so enthusiastic about. But in exchange, we've taken a crucial step forward. For the first time, the pathological good girl was outright selfish. In return, I offered her 3 cryptic questions. And what's more, she's learned that I'm familiar with her past. All these events undoubtedly caught Sachi by surprise. Her head's likely packed full of questions, her mood unsettled and anxious. She's confronting a change in herself that she can't understand, and struggling to decipher the meaning of the problem I've set for her. And in these matters, there's no mathematical formula to apply in order to get a correct solution. No simple cause and effect, like pulling a trigger to kill a human being. Okay, that was a weird one. For that reason, Sachi has to find the answer herself. To realize what she's overlooking. That's her only chance to regain something like normality. Okay.
Save しますか?
All right. Ooh. That was a good spot to end that off for today, I'd say. I wanted to get through the beach date once I found out about it. So yeah, they have officially done it now. Sachi is absolutely loving her time with Yuji. And now we got a little more serious. She's gonna be thinking long and hard about the things he just asked her. Which is good. Progress is being made. He's letting it happen at a proper pace. I am very invested in these characters now. But again, I'm going to call that there for today. We'll be back again tomorrow at 10 a.m. We will continue on from here. Let's see where this takes us. What's the name of this? I'm going to see how far away we are from the end. I'm just looking at the titles of the scenes. Oh, okay, we're still at like the halfway point. That's good. So yeah, thanks everyone for watching, commenting, and lurking. I appreciate it very, very much. I hope everyone has themselves a great rest of their day. I'll see you next time.